let me just disconnect that right there. Hello, welcome to Codes of Harmony. This is a short live about the death card, and I guess a bit of an update from me. So, recently there's been a death in my family in the last week. And before I begin, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for seeking harmony both within and without. And I hope that this message finds you well. Turning off the Bluetooth. Yeah, so thanks for your patience. Thank you everyone for your patience. I'm just about to go into the library. So, if you're resonating with this video, you may be somebody who, like me, senses death before it takes place. You may be somebody that has mediumship skills. So the death that's happened recently was an elder, a very special woman, a very magic woman, and who's overseas, who has died overseas. And for like 2 months running up to her death, I kept thinking about her and mentioned to some of my family members, like, we need to get over to that part of the world to visit again. And I kept craving like food that she cooked. I'm sure she's cooking for everyone in heaven, if that's where she's gone, if that's what she believed in a temple somewhere in the sky. And then this morning I have found out that a cousin of mine has just died. And when the elder died in the last week, I was actually filming a film clip of a song that I recently put out with someone who's very dear to me, who I collaborate and make music with. And we were filming this film clip. I posted it here, I believe, called Sunshine, and it's about feeling the scope of everything. It's about finding light and illumination within the depths of emotion, within water, within everything that water is, regardless of what sign you are. And so, and then the death that took place this morning, it was about, I think, 6 or 7 months ago. It was my cousin who's passed away, and he, I mentioned him like maybe 6 or 7 months ago to my mother, my blood mother, my birth mother. And that's all she is, really. I say with all due respect. And so it's just happened a number of times now where, like, a family member I haven't seen in a long time, I have thought of them and sensed that something was going to happen with them, and I've discussed it with my family, or tried to discuss it with my family in a way that's like going to be safe or whatever. And maybe you're resonating with this. Maybe you're somebody who also can sense when somebody might be leaving the realm, this earthly plane of existence. And I just wanted to acknowledge that for you and for me and for the whole collective, as I am in tune with the collective, and I am very much thermometer, a barometer of the collective consciousness. So, yeah, the death card, as we know, is about rebirth as much as it is about death. And I am sharing this ongoing process of being a gifted oracle who the collective doesn't always listen to. And whether that's the collective of my family, my friends, my community, and you may resonate with this as well. That these gifts are very valuable, and it's very, if like my mother, and this has happened multiple times, this is actually the third cousin of mine who has died that I have brought up to my family within a year of them passing, within a year before of them passing. Oh, hello, beautiful Ibis. Oh, hello. Hello, dear one. Do you have a message for us? You may have some connections to Egypt, or you may have some connections to Aboriginal Australians. Hi, darling. Are you okay? Hi, puppy. My, how graceful you are. Yes, you are. Hi, darling. Yeah, so I guess this is just 7:22. I didn't have much of a plan for this live. I just wanted to acknowledge, if you're somebody who also senses death before it happens, I just wanted to acknowledge that and say that that's a very valuable skill, and not to allow it to weigh too heavy on your heart if your family, whether that is chosen or blood, if your community or your collective do not necessarily listen to you when you get a sense of these things coming. And I just send a prayer out to the grandmother figure who has left this realm recently. I send so much love to her. I send love to my cousin who left this realm yesterday. And yeah, and if you are resonating with this, you may want to watch the film clip that we put out recently called Sunshine. And there may be codes in it. And if you feel drawn to, look into the deeper meanings of the death card and possibly Ibis. And you will find there's a very specific Egyptian god connected to Ibis. So much love from Codes of Harmony.